Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through the World Arena. Now, there are two ways of getting into the World Arena. The first is through the home screen when you log in. It's not available up here, but there is a join button as soon as you log in. It's presented to you. Now the second way is to go into Season tab, click on your Foggy Coliseum, and click on the World Arena. Now, if we have a look, I have set up my defensive lineup already. Now, I'll go through that in just a second. But what is World Arena? So, World Arena is different players from all over the world throughout various different war zones and servers, and they all come together to fight each other. Now, the whole point is to get through Platinum. So you go from, you can start all the way down at the bottom in Bronze, and then go all the way through up to Supremacy. So it's a bit of a mix of Yeezgrill and also the normal arena. The fact that you can get up to Supremacy is very good, and you do get the 2,000 currency for ranking in there. So if we go into our first anniversary here, this is the reward for the this is the reward for the person who collects the most points throughout the course of the season. So skin showdown, effectively we will the person who comes in first place will be able to customize a hero effectively. So choose from, so you'll get a hero and you get to customize a skin if you come first. So let's check who's coming first at the moment. We'll click on rank him, and it looks like Ziyun at the moment is coming first, followed by JM, and then Cigaweeds. Now they're all at Master rank 1, which I suspect will change. So as you can see, we're in Platinum, and if we scroll down the list, a lot of people have managed to reach up to the Diamond tier by winning a number of matches. So if we were to win, I believe, 8 matches, then we would also be up in sort of the top 50. But it's very difficult to win 8 matches, and the reason for that is because of how many teams that you have to go through in order to get there. So if we go into our shop, these are our rewards. So as you can see, you can get a Lachesis, you can get a Victoria, you can get an Ashthusa, and you can get a Karnak as well. Now, I would still say, even though these three have been added to the shop in the most recent update, that the most important thing that you can get from this shop is probably the legendary relic shard chests. These are not obtainable anywhere else in the entire game. So if we have a look inside, as you can see, you've got all of the standard or most recently released relics in here. You don't have any brand new relics, so going back from Season 2 onwards, but I suspect that over time that will change, and these legendary relic shard chests will become much more available, and there'll be many more relics available for purchase within here. I still think this is the most important reward, probably followed by Karnak, as he isn't really available in many other shops. Lachesis you can obtain from Rift Odyssey tickets. Victoria you can obtain from Rift Odyssey tickets. Karnak you can to a certain extent, but I've not seen him on a ticket in quite some time. And the same is true of Ayushta as well. The other rewards that we've got here, so the selectable chests, they're okay. Especially these ones down here. So the random awaken order and the random chests as well. They can be very useful if you're trying to build up your units. And there are two different types of currencies. So there is the Astral Crystal and then the Astral Crystal pink version. So really what you're looking for is to get as many of these as possible. I was able to get a total of 1,800 last season. I didn't last round. I didn't spend any of my rewards besides the first astral crystals, to get a couple of these awaken orders as well. But again, this really should be your primary focus, unless you want away from getting Karnak to say 11 or 12 stars, something like that. You know, you one copy of them away, or you one copy away from getting the other units to 11 stars. They will come naturally through the different and various different summons that you can go into. So we have a legendary relic shard chest. This again, it's a gift. You will obtain these throughout the course of the season, and you build them up over time, and then you can purchase up to 18 a month of these. So in total, that's 50. That's 90 shards in total. So effectively, you will, if you max this out every month, you will be able to obtain one of these legendary relics for free. Now that's over the course of a 3-month period. It's not a quick thing, and you need to do well within the actual event itself in order to really progress with this quickly. But over the course of the next couple of months, or the next 6 months or so, you'll be able to build up a nice collection of legendary relics, or get a couple of stars on these legendary relics because of this event. So again, for me, that's the most important thing. is those relics. They really do. The stars really do matter, and the levels really do matter as well. So we go into our defensive lineup, and this is the defensive lineup that I've gone for. So for me personally, I have a Phantom synergy going on. The only other person I might replace here would be for Persephone. And the reason that I might replace Lachesis for Persephone sounds weird. Is if I have Persephone's exclusive runes, maybe even potentially up to red runes for her. And the reason for that is, if we have a look, we go into her runes, we have a look here. After Persephone successfully dodges, she has a 100% chance to apply stun to 2 random enemies for 1 round. So that the 2 random enemies for 1 round, that is such a powerful ability. It really can't be stated, and it's just from her dodging. So she will stun if she gets hit, or if she dodges an attack. Sorry, it's such a powerful effect in PvE, specifically because if you come up against a Eudora, or you come up against another team that you can't beat, just by locking them out of the actual game, or the actual battle itself. It's a really powerful effect, and it's one of the reasons why I keep losing to this team. It's because people have Persephone's exclusive gold and red runes, so please do not sleep on Persephone. The other reason that you might want her in here is because she is a Phantom, and as you can see, Janna, Nerissa, Althea, and Persephone, all of which are part of the Phantom synergy, so you can build nearly a full Phantom Avengers team here. If you wanted to take Mavis out, which I don't recommend doing, but if you wanted to take Mavis out, you could then add in another unit, like, say for example, I mean, if I were able to, you could add in Ayushta. So I'll just show you this quickly. So you could add in Ayushta for the full 5 Phantom synergies, and that will get you. It will net you a bit of an extra buff as well. So when 2 allies die, other random fallen allies are revived, restoring 30%. This effect can be triggered twice. So with the full 5 Phantoms, it can be a very powerful effect. But we're not going to do that. We are going to go with a standard. I'll take you out, put you in, and we'll put Mavis back in as well, wherever you've gone. Now I can actually get Mavis up to 12 stars, which I will do in a little bit, but for now, I'm going to leave it as is. This is the team setup that I've gone for. Now, I did manage to save up a little bit by buying 5 of the runes, as well as, so that's 5 of the stones from the actual event itself in the Mystic Forge, and also spent a little bit of money just to get up to that the 20 or 25 to get one single copy of this chest. Now, this chest is it's a very impactful relic, and it's a very powerful relic. And if you did pick up a copy, well done. If you didn't pick up a copy, then better luck next time. You'll pick it up probably in a couple of months when it comes out, maybe. They've still not released Spear, and I would say this is on the same power level as Spear. Chrono Mirage has already done a video about the chest, just because of how powerful it is, and I'll see if I can link that down in the description below. But for now, for me, this is the setup that I've gone for. So I've gone the chest, I've gone for Blades of Chaos, and my final item is not a recovery item, but it is a legendary relic, and it is the Healing Orb as well. So I think that will be good enough for us on this particular setup. Now, the next team that I've decided to go for is part ethereal and sort of part void hunters as well. So didn't mention in the previous team, but we do have 3 phantoms, 2 deviants, 2 celestials. We have 4 royals, 5 avengers, and also we have 3 void summoners as well. Now, if we wanted to take out Lachesis and add in another void summoner, like potentially Astrid as well, that would bump our void summoners up to here, and then we would get the buffs from void summoners. So at the moment, 4 energy after each activation increases attack, defense, and max HP of all allied summons by 30%. What you can potentially do as well is remove Althea, and you can also add in, where's she gone? You can add in Leandra as well. So to get the full 5 void summoners, and that will net you 5 energy after each action and increases attack, defense, and max HP of all allied summons by 40% as well. So it just makes your summons much more durable. Now, I do have them at Mythic, and this is one of the teams that you can potentially run. Personally, I think though that it will be better for me if I run a full or almost full Avengers. A full Avengers followed by 3 Phantoms, 2 Deviants, Celestials, and then, as you can see, Void Summoners down here below as well. So for me, this is the team that I'm going to go for, and this is the setup. Now, as I was on season 2, my second team here, I've gone with Void Hunter's synergy over the Ethereal synergy. Now, you might get additional attacks with the Ethereal synergy, but with my current Void Hunter setup, everything is triggering twice. So all of the season synergies or the overheal effects from the Void Hunter's synergy overheal will trigger twice. Now, I've recently got Eudora, thanks to the most recent Oath recall, up to 3 stars as well. Still missing out on that final red rune. Oh, I just... Is fine. Is fine. But I've got Seraphina, Catherine, who also applies the overheal. Seraphina to pump up our team as much as possible. And I've got 3 ethereal units in Katrina, Eudora, and Karnak on here. Karnak to provide continuous healing. Eudora to do as much damage as she possibly can, especially with all of the build-up of attack and defense. And Katrina, because I've got her red runes as well. So Katrina's red runes increase shield strength by 50%. So we'll get the increased shield bonus, as well as every time we crit, we will heal and get shields back as well. So it can be very, very powerful. Now, the next team that I've gone for, of course, is Dooms. The reason that I've put my Dooms team third is primarily, there we go, because if I lose the first 2, the Dooms team most of the time will get a win. It's weird to think about, but the way that I've set it up, if I lose match 1 and 2, if I lose match 3, I'm out of that battle completely. But if I can persevere through match 3 and I can get a win on the third, if I can get a win on the third setup or on the third battle, or the third round of that match, then I can progress to matches 4 and potentially matches 5 as well. So for me, getting that win on the third round is so important, which is why I put the Dooms team there, just to kind of ensure that I get a victory within that third one. Now, all of these are subject to change, of course. If I find better strategies, I will implement them. Now, the fourth team I've gone for, this is just a standard ethereal setup. In fact, what I should probably do is take out Gwyn, and I will put in Audrey. And the reason that I'll put Audrey in here is primarily because we have a Monarch synergy now. So I've got Audrey up to 3 stars, with thanks to the most recent Oath recall, able to get her up to that Monarch synergy. So now on our Ethereals team, as you can see, we've got our 3 Monarchs. So ally units will not take damage exceeding 60% of max HP. And as well, potentially, you can remove Nawi, and you can go into your Monarchs list. And we can find another Monarch that might fit in very well here. Like, say, for example, Talos would fit in very well, because I'm not using a Mistfires team. Well, I probably should, but I'm not using a Mistfires team. You know, you could put in Victoria, you could put in Astrid. There are a lot of different options available within this setup, but as it stands at the moment, I think Nawi will be the most appropriate option, because you do still get the striker with Gloria. So you've got 2 strikers in Gloria and Nawi, and you've got 3 Monarchs in Audrey, Lillian Leah, and Talinas as well. So we won't be able to lose more than 60% of our HP after any given single attack, which can be very powerful. And plus, Nawi and Gloria will be doing vast amount of damage. And the final team I found just to be the most consistent out of all of the teams is the, besides potentially the Dooms team, is the Valentas team, especially with the addition of Elma and Leandra onto this team. Really powerful and really effective as well. Now, the reason that I've gone for Elma at the back is because if you come up against an opposing Nawi, or if you come up against an opposing DPS team, they're more likely to attack the back row than they are to attack the front row, which is why I've put Atrops and Macaria on the front row as well, just because it's easier for us to, it's easier for enemies to attack back row with big powerful attacks, whereas these small little one, the basic attacks, they'll go to the front row. And Atrops, when you've got her red runes, she will gain, when she's below 50%, she gains an increase in defense. And Macaria herself is a Monarch, so I don't think she can take any more than 80% damage by herself. So it's just something to keep in mind. No real proper synergies besides a Deviant synergy throughout this. We do have 1 Lightseeker and 1 Celestial in the form of Elma, but he is there primarily to keep us alive. The combo of Elma and Atrops is a very powerful one, as well as Nyx being a striker and Atrops being a striker as well. So that is the team setup that I've gone for. We'll go ahead and save, and then we'll jump into a match. So this is about offense rather than defense. So if we go ahead and challenge Gorthazar here, as you can see, these are the previous teams that I used in the last setup. So we had similar builds, but I had Ophelia, Astrid, Leandra, Nerissa, and Janna. That was the Void Summoners. That was 5 Void Summoners. And I had Katrina, Seraphina, Karnak, Catherine, and Eudora for the Void Hunters. Nawi, Talos, Talinas, Gwyn, and Lillian Leah. But effectively what you can do is you can remove the Talos now. You can add in Audrey down here. But again, it's not as optimal as the teams that I've set up now. There's the previous teams. As you can see, I didn't have copies of Leandra as well, and I've got the Dooms team as the final team. Now, I had the Dooms team as the final team because I was getting to sort of 5 matches, 7 matches, and I just needed a secure victory on the last the last round here, but instead moving it to 3, just to make sure that I don't get sort of 3-0'd. Is, for me, it's much more of an effective strategy as well. So I'm going to reorganize all those, but I won't make you watch it. We're up to sort of 20-minute mark now, so I'll end the video here. But I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching the video. If you've got any comments or suggestions on team building or the World Arena itself, please do let me know. And if you can like and subscribe to the channel, it'd be really appreciated. Thanks for watching. You have a good day.